Good morning. You may or may not be wondering where I am at because of the different background. But the big surprise for today's video is we are still in the barn. We just did some makeovers. We have made some major indoor changes and I'm so happy. You guys remember a couple weeks ago I was discussing the fact that we had a lot of Menards rebates that came in. We were kind of doing the idea of the fence or doing something in here. So the fence thing didn't happen. Reason being because we wanted to do a specific fence and we want to do it right. We don't want to like half-ass it because this is gonna be our forever home. So we want it to be a fence that we like. So we're gonna wait for next year. We're gonna wait until next year to do the fence. I think that's just gonna work out better. So we spent the rebates doing this. And I know you're probably thinking like, okay, Jena, like this is a barn. Why are you making this like super nice? Barn is eventually going to be a business headquarters, office, but it's gonna be for a business, okay? And if you follow me on my Patreon and stuff or the dogs channel, you kind of get like an idea of what it's gonna be. So let me go ahead and share with you guys everything that we've done. It's not all done yet, but I am just so happy. Thank goodness for Menards rebates. We got more and we have more coming, so then when I send those in and we get those back, then we can just slowly put this together. Might have saw some of this in my last video, like as my background, the white part. This is a beadboard and we were gonna do the white in more places. However, the white you have to paint. And I'm so done with painting, you guys. Like from the last house, having to paint the entire house in 3 days. Absolutely not doing that again. So I will paint this and then like that's it. I think this is a good like accent wall though, because it just really brightens it up. The OSB, you guys, was really messing with my head. Like this is OSB and it was all throughout if you've been watching. And it's just been really messing with my, like, I just miss having like a house. And so this really helps make it feel more homey. And look at this big change right here. So this is the wall for the kids' room. And it's so, oh my gosh, it's such a game changer. We'll get to the dog area in a second. The goal is to eventually, this is also beadboard. I know it doesn't look like it, but this beadboard, this wood grain is cheaper than the white, which is crazy, but it comes in 8-foot sheets. Like this is a whole sheet right here. This is a whole sheet, the bottom part. And it stops like right here where the top of my finger's at, but it looks so good. It is seriously a game changer. I would eventually like to have it all throughout, like up here, obviously stop at the garage door, and then, you know, all throughout here as well. Your next question is probably like, Jena, why did you do the garage door? Let me just be honest. I have no idea what we're gonna do with the garage door. We just wanted to move out here, and I don't know. Zach really wanted the garage door. We designed it together, and I was kind of like, I don't know if we should do a garage door, but honestly, I think the garage door saved us with doing this because it's not our home. If we wanted to put a garage door, I think that the township would have questioned it quite a bit and probably wouldn't have let us live out here without the garage door. Now, I have future plans and intentions to use the garage door. I mean, obviously, like, yes, this is gonna be like an indoor barn. It's gonna be like an indoor barn workshop. Eventually, dreamland down the line, at least 5-6 years, we would like to build another barn. Exactly like this one, but not have the OSB and all that, like an actual farm barn. Black like this and put it back that way, and have Zach build it to save money for sure, because he can do it. He is capable of doing it, and we're not going to be like on a fast timeline. So he will be doing that because he will. That's a whole different thing. But I really don't know why we did the garage door. I mean, all this to say, but you know what? It's there. We're gonna live with it. That's just kind of how it is. Moving on. The kitchen's a mess, but I was thinking I wanted the white back there, but we're just gonna do the gray because look at all this up here. It would look really silly, especially around the window right here, if we had like the white and then the gray. So we're just gonna do that gray. Here is the dog area, and it just looks so good. And here's the thing, the OSB was kind of a hazard because it would chip off and it would scratch you. So it definitely needs to get done in Xavier's room next. We do have some sheets right here left. See, here are about 4 sheets that we have left. However, one of them needs to go. I'll show you in a second. But here's the dog area. Looks so so nice. Eventually I'm going to get like a different gate system from Master Paws. They sell it at Menards, so save up some money. We'll buy some crates from there. We'll buy some caging from there, but we leave this all open right now. Have that closed. I wish I could find like a big rug so it's just like one rug, just because like they'll lift it up and stuff. So we have the bed right there for them, and I just have this going all the way here because I have so many, so it's like I might as well leave it. We close that doggy door obviously because we still have to do some things. We need to hang Rudy up, and then this right here is where Zach has to go. So it's not a full sheet he has to do. He obviously needs to cut it and then do one right up here, and it'll look so nice. But this is the dog area. We have the dog food. All of the shelving is stuff for them. We do have a light switch cover we need to put over, but that switch is for the dogs outside, like for their little lean-to. Extra for that. And then, oh gosh, okay, and then this is for the dog bath, obviously to groom them. We've got 2 big cages right here. We definitely use the one cage when one of the girls is in heat. We had to do that last time just when we leave the house for safety, but we've got extra doggy bowl, freeze bones and balls for their teeth. We've got that for the turf outside, toys, more greenies, lots of greenies, their camera because I watch them when we're not home just so I can check on them. I don't actively watch them. Junior's food, he switches back and forth. We got more teeth. This needs to go back up into the but I can't reach it, like to the outlet to be plugged in. We have training treats, scissors, we've got their comb. So we've got all of the things for them, and of course over here as well. But this just looks so good. I'm so happy with it. I really love this, and it's a huge game changer in here. It makes it look more homey, and then also in the future more professional. With the other 3 sheets that we have, because I said Zach has to use one of those for where I showed you. So this OSB, well, it's all cut weird. They did it really weird. Okay, so as you can see, like there's that line and there's that one. So I don't know why they did that. Whatever. So we'll do, it's gonna take 2.5 sheets, so that'll use the rest of it. Sheet here, and then like a half sheet, but Zach will do it like a whole sheet, yeah. But it's gonna look really nice right here. And just gonna leave that, obviously, because we have the shelving, all of that eventually. But like I said, one step at a time, one Menards rebates at a time. I still need to paint this. Maybe I'll get to that tonight. I've just been so excited to share this with you guys. We have been working on this for a week, and everything is, like I said, takes time, is slowly coming together. I think it's a really good change, especially going into the colder months. I think it's going to really help because I'm going to be here all the time. That's the other thing. I'm going to be inside this barn all the time, and so this really helps me, and it helps us in the future when we move into the house. And this is like for the business, it looks a little bit more professional because it's not just the OSB on the walls. It looks really nice, and so I am really looking forward to that. And we made the decision to go with the wood because, well, 1, it looks good, 2, price, and 3, it's something that we wanted and we chose together. I'm really liking it. It goes for the vibe that we are going for, if that makes sense. And I don't really, again, talk about it a lot here on my channel, like what the future is, because a lot of people have a lot of opinions, which I understand, I totally get. But I just don't talk about it openly on here, but you can literally figure it out in like 2 seconds. If you go to the Blissful Burners channel, you'll figure it out real fast. Let me tell you guys what, I have been struggling with filming on this channel. This is gonna be such a chatty vlog, but I've just been struggling filming on this channel just because I've been doing it for so long, and you know, I've been busy with the kids, busy with the barn, and just sometimes you feel like a little burnout. And it's not burnout from the making of the content, it's the burnout from how well the video does, if that makes sense. And you know, sometimes it's like, oh, you put so much work and effort into a video and then it just, not that great. And it can really mess with you. I've been one of those people on YouTube for like 5-6 years. I think it's been over 5 years for sure. I've had my channel for over 6 years, but for 5 years, I have consistently uploaded, whether it's been 1 to 3 times a week. Usually it's about 2 to 3. I have consistently uploaded on my channel for 5 years. And I love it. Obviously, I love it because I wanted to still keep doing it and, you know, kept it that long. But last week, I did not film. Like, we did all this and I was just like, I'm not gonna film it because it was chaos. But also it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna film this, and I didn't. But I think it's just been hard because, like, obviously you want it to do a little bit better than it is. And when it doesn't hit that, then it messes with you mentally. I swear every YouTuber feels like this probably about once a month. And if they don't feel like that, they're lying. They're 100% lying because everybody feels that way because you work so hard, and then like once a month it always hits. It's just kind of how it is, and we all feel that way, and it just really sucks. Let's now do a camper update. The camper is doing great. I shared on my shorts a couple of times the hole in the door. So the camper went to a festival over a month ago, well, a month ago now. Went to a festival a month ago. And someone in the middle of the night, not the people that were renting it, but some stranger was drunk at 2 a.m. and punched a hole through the camper door. Yeah, it's getting fixed. They're fixing it. The door just hasn't came yet. So we've still been renting it out. I call the renters ahead of time. I tell them what's going on. I tell them it's still usable. I apologize and let them know, and then they're really nice about it, and they're like, okay, we understand, it's not a big deal, it still works, we don't really care, we would like to still rent it. Okay, great, good. So we do that. But it is going really well. I am so happy. Next year, if it's as good as this year, we're gonna be good. Like, we're gonna be good with the camper. I am excited. I wish we would have done this a couple years ago, not gonna lie. Definitely would have made our lives a lot easier if we would have done it a couple years ago. But we were just actively using it. And I think it's easier for me to disconnect from the camper because we're not using it, you know? Like, there's so, like, we have 4 kids, we have 4 dogs. A lot of us, that's like 10 living beings in this small camper. Even though people will say you're not in the camper, what if it rains? Then you're in the camper, you know? I mean, it's a lot. And Xavier still sleeps in a pack and play, and then the dog cages, and there's no room to walk, and it's a lot. So now that we haven't been using it, there's a disconnect mentally for me from the camper. So it's easier for me to just like rent it out and be good with it. I mean, it's been rented out all summer. Like, the next break is the week after Labor Day, and we have a fair coming up next week for our local fair that people already rented it for like, I don't know, almost 2 weeks. So that's really good. And then we have like a show at the fair afterwards, the same place. So there's just a lot going on with it, and I'm really happy. I'm glad people are enjoying it, having a nice time, and everyone has been respectful of it for the most part. I mean, there's been like, I think there was one time where it was extremely messy and 2 or 3 things were broke, and that was a little disheartening. That was over a month ago, so that was a little disheartening. It was little things though, so not bad. But I will say, what I have learned is I know like my camper's worth now. And so I did increase the prices on it on both platforms that I use. And then like person to person, like without the platforms, now I know exactly how much to charge. And so that's working out really well now that like I've done the math. I've seen what other people are doing, and I know what we can do. And here's the thing, sometimes you always think to yourself like, my camper's not worth that, or like, oh, I'm not worth getting that. I mean, not me, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not worth that. Like, I feel bad charging that much. Does that make sense? Like, I feel bad charging this much for that. Like, you just feel bad charging that much. Like, it's too much. They're gonna say no, or this. And it's like, you know what? Like, you have to know what you have. Like, I have a good camper. I have a good camper. I have all of the linens. I have all the cookware. I have all of the things. It's really clean and it looks really nice in there. So it's worth it. Anyways, let me get off my soapbox about knowing your worth and like what you have and what you are putting out there, like your product essentially. Like, don't undercharge yourself for all the work that you're doing, because we put a lot of work into our camper and we need to know what it's worth, you know? Like, we now know what it's worth and we put a lot of work into it. We have a lot of stuff in there for people to use, and games and chairs and rugs And then, like I said, like a brand new air fryer, a coffee. We got all the cookware, dishware, linens, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, paper towels, trash bags, all this stuff that, you know, like other people and even Airbnbs don't have. So now that I know what our worth, and then plus like with Zach delivering it, that's his time and gas, like that is very valuable. And so I know what we need to do. And yeah, so now that I've learned a lot from it, I could definitely do a video when we're done renting and like for the end of the season when we're finished, and explain to you guys, like, you know, what I had. Let me know if that's something you're interested in, like the do's and don'ts of renting out your camper, money-wise, all of that. This is so chatty, but it needs to happen. Isn't this such a nice background? Like, just look at this. It's so nice. It looks so good. Oh, I just love it so much. Like, and it's soft and you can touch it. It's great. It's really great. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's chaotic and I know it's a lot of talking. I mean, it's a lot of talking. I'm a little tired from the talking. But I wanted to share all of the updates in here. I wanted to share the camper update, the life update, the YouTube update, the pole barn update, all the updates and how it's all going in here. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to give it a huge thumbs up. I would seriously appreciate it. Subscribe, share with your friends. Please share with your friends. And I will see you guys in my next video.